welcome to another episode at long last of Aeronautica Imperialis. It is the Imperial Navy and Astra Militarum versus the Ork Air Waaagh. And the scenario today is troop landing. We haven't played this scenario before on the channel, and at long last on the community forum on my YouTube channel, I've managed to paint 4 more Valkyries to add to my Aeronautica Imperialis Imperial Navy collection in the 41st millennium. So just a quick brief update of my collection. The aircraft, I'm getting all the 40k aircraft done as quickly as I can. So that's the current project right now, as you will see for the near future. So more aircraft will be added as well. Now what I've done is I've split my collection in half, so you'll have 40k aircraft, and then I'll be doing 30k Horus Heresy. So I've got all the cards for that as well. And with the new Legions Imperialis, it's brilliant because I can put my 30k aircraft amalgamated into the Legions Imperialis gameplay. Legions Imperialis hasn't been released yet, but I'm really looking forward to that game when it comes out. But getting back into the scenario of the game, it is troop landing. We have predetermined and our deployment is all set up and ready with our altitude and speeds pre-deployed. And the Ork Air Waaagh are on the defensive in this scenario. So, and then we have the Imperial Navy that will be attacking. So what we're going to do now is we're going to check out the lists for both factions. So this is 200 points of the Imperial Navy and Astra Militarum air fleets. So we have the Imperial Navy, Aeronautica Imperialis here, and then we have the Astra Militarum. These are brand new. I finally managed to paint them. It was a vote as to which of the aircraft I'll be painting, and the highest result, who got the most votes, was actually the humble Valkyrie assault carrier. So they are fully painted and fully magnetized as well, with the rocket pods and Sky Strike missile options. So we'll talk about the list now. So we have the truly humble Thunderbolt, or may not be so humble because it is a fearsome interceptor. So I've got 4 Thunderbolts, one of which is the Thunderbolt Fury, which is the ace here. It's got Imperial Ace and ejector seats, and each one of these Thunderbolts has got 1 pair of Hellstrike missiles and 1 pair of Sky Strike missiles. So I can have some interceptor, anti-aircraft intercepting, or I can do ground assault strafing run with the Hellstrike missiles. So I've got 4 Thunderbolts there. The Imperial Ace, he has got the Imperial Ace card upgrade and ejector seats as well. And then for the Astra Militarum air fleet, we've got rocket pods for all 4 of the regular Valkyries, 2 of which are equipped with las cannons, and the rest are equipped with multi-lasers, and all of them equipped with rocket pods, of course. And the wing leader, he has got the Imperial Ace upgrade. So that there is dead on 200 points here for the 3rd installment on the channel for a special battle report. Before we go through the list for the Ork Air Waaagh, special thank you to all my Patreons that are supporting me. So if you wish to contribute further to the channel, please consider heading over to patreon.com/the 18th Cadian Army Group, and also a special thank you to those that are supporting me as well on both Patreon and YouTube membership as well. If you support on both platforms, you'll get more priority to having the higher tiered level model. So thank you very much for your support. And if you want to support me for free, all you got to do is simply hit that like, subscribe, share the button, and hit the bell icon so you'll be notified of when the next battle report will be published. So it's a simple way of supporting the channel. It's a small channel, and I can only really do, sadly, due to work commitment, a battle report once a month. So I really do appreciate your support there.
And if you really do wish to contribute to the channel, really do thank you for your support. I'm truly humbled with your support here. And hopefully, if we have more patrons, there'll be more battle reports for the viewers' viewing pleasure. So there you go. So that's how you can support me through Patreon and YouTube. So that's the list, 200 points of the Imperial Navy and Astra Militarum. We're going to check out next the Ork Air Waaagh. Right, this is the Ork Air Waaagh. Are you going to say wah, Chris? Wah! Now, our special guest in this episode is Kris Ansell. Now, he's been a faithful member of SSWG for many a year. And I've known Chris since I've worked with him at Wayland Games. That was all those years ago. That was back in 2008. Must have been 2008, 2007. Yeah, so it's back in 5th edition period. So I've met Chris through Wayland Games, where he used to work at Wayland Games. Those were fun days indeed. So it's the first time, though, you've been on the channel. So yeah, he's a quiet chap, but I tell you what, when he rolls his dice, he really does, say the wah, don't you? So this is Chris is going to explain what he's got with his Ork Air Waaagh. So Chris, what have you got?
Right, so we've gone for a pretty simple list. Haven't done that many games of Aeronautica, so wanted to keep it nice and easy.
Yeah.
The mandatory ground defences for the mission. We've got the 2 bunkers that James just got to land on.
Yeah.
I've taken the heavy flat cannon ×2.
Yeah.
And the flat platform.
Yeah.
Just to give a little bit of interference. The front here, we've got 2 squads of Dakar jets.
Nice.
With as many missiles and rockets as
Load them up, boys!
So each one's got 2 of those.
No red.
No red.
So therefore it's -1 speed to your aircraft.
Next game, red.
Next game, red.
We have got 2 fighter bombers as well.
Yep.
The first one on the left is just standard. It has got as many rockets as possible again.
Yeah.
They worked quite well last time in our practicing and messing around with the rules.
Yeah.
The yellow fighter bomber on the left, also as many missiles, but that has taken the extra armour and the Wasmec special.
Nice.
Just to give it a little bit more fightiness. So hopefully that pays off.
Fightiness, boys. Fightiness.
And looks like you got 3 more Dakar jets.
3 more Dakar jets, again, kitted out with the double rockets.
Yeah, nice.
Just to try and have a little bit, as much punch as they can.
Yes, and Orcs like to get in close, whereas Imperial Navy, they prefer medium range with their quad auto cannons and that kind of thing. Yes, and these dice represent how much ammunition they have got each.
Plane 1, 2, 3, and then same for the black Dakar jets as well.
That's fine, excellent. So is that 200 points on the dot?
Yes.
It is 200 points.
Yeah.
So we will be rolling for initiative in this scenario. So that's brilliant. So well done, Chris. And they're beautifully painted, actually. I'm very impressed with your Ork Air Waaagh. Very, very impressive indeed. Chris is a big fan of the game, and so am I. We love our small, epic games here on the channel. So what we're going to do now is check out the scenario and deployment. So the mission we'll be playing is from the Aeronautica Imperialis Rhinesfeld Air War campaign book, and it's mission 5. It's troop landing. So the background: a big push into enemy territory requires large-scale landings in hostile territory, braving the enemy anti-aircraft guns. Columns of bombers and transport craft attempt to deliver their cargoes. So forces. Players should mutually agree a points value between 100 points and 250 points. So in this case, we'll be playing 200 points in this scenario, and choose their forces accordingly. The attacker must include 1 or more aircraft with the transport characteristic of 1 or higher, and may not take any scouts or ground defences. The defender may take any force they wish, but must include at least 1 fighter and 1 ground defence. Setup. In this scenario, 1 player is the attacker and the other the defender. The winner of the roll-off decides which they will be. Place 2 landing zone markers, 6 hexes from the edge of the area of engagement and 3 hexes away from each other. The area within 2 hexes of each of these is a landing zone. This is the defender's edge. The attacker deploys first, placing all their aircraft within 3 hexes of the edge of the area of engagement opposite to the defender's edge. The defender's aircraft are set up in hexes touching the edge of the area of engagement. Ground defences may be set up within 6 hexes of the owning player's edge of the area of engagement. Both players may choose to the speed and altitude each aircraft before setting it up. So special rules, reserves. Each player may keep a maximum of 2 aircraft in reserve. The combined cost of these may be no more than 50% of the total points value of the force. Underdog. If one player's force is smaller than their opponent's by 5 points or more, they will automatically have the initiative in the first turn. If there is no difference in points, initiative is rolled as normal. So, victory conditions. The attacker scores 5 victory points for each point of transport capacity they can land in a landing zone. If the defender destroys or forces the attacking aircraft to disengage, they gain 5 additional victory points for every point of transport capacity that the aircraft has. If, however, the attacker fails to land any troops in the landing zone, the best they can achieve is a draw. The game lasts for either 12 turns or until one side is forced to disengage, or until only one player has aircraft left operating in the area of engagement. Ground defences do not count. When the game ends, calculate victory points to determine the winner. Now, we both agreed off camera that we will be playing the extension rules as well. So, capture the spaceport. When the Reconquest fleet arrived in the skies of Rhineswald, its first attack was to recapture the planet's primary spaceport to facilitate the mass landings of troops. Orcs understood the importance of holding the landing zones and put up a fierce resistance, engaging the invaders as soon as they entered the atmosphere and attempting to keep the fight high above the ground. Players can refight the arrival of the Reconquest fleet and for the new troop landing scenario by adding the optional special rule presented below. In this scenario, the Imperial Navy are the attackers and the Ork Air Waaagh are the defenders. So we're keeping this to the narrative. So as Kris has brought his Ork Air Waaagh fleet, we're going to be using this extension rules here. Optional special rule. So here we go. So pushing the envelope. So combat at high altitude comes with its own dangers. The thin air and freezing temperatures making manoeuvres harder and engines more likely to fail. All aircraft begin the game at altitude 5. To dive to a lower altitude, aircraft must pass a handling check. If they fail, their altitude remains the same, but their speed is decreased by 1. So that is the scenario, troop landing.
So we're rolling for initiative. So initiative time. So before we do set up any manoeuvre dials, we're going to roll for initiative as we've both got 200 points each. 5 and 5, that's a re-roll. 3 and 3. 1 and 2. First or second? Second. Good hunting. And may the best dogfighter win. So what I'm going to do now is going to fast forward to the end of the planning phase. Okay, let's actually choose manoeuvres first, so it's a bit of a disclaimer there, but it doesn't really matter on the first turn that we're about to do. So it's turn 1 out of 12. So it's going to be could be a long mission, but in Aeronautica Imperialis it can be quite brutal. So Kris has allowed me to go first. So I'm going to reveal my first dial, which is the ace, and he's going to do a level flight. and he's at altitude 5. So I'm going to increase the throttle by 1, and I've got to do handling checks, so I want to go down in altitude. I've got to do my manoeuvre first, so level flight. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, and then handling check. So it passes handling check, and I go down to level 4, and that actually increases my speed to 4. Okay, Chris, it's your turn. Which aircraft are you going to choose?
So your first one's going to be big yellow fighter.
Yeah.
Go for a 1. It's currently at speed 3. It's going to drop. Which they fail.
It fails, so you don't go down an altitude, you just stay at your speed. So this is the expansion rules, because we've been keeping it to the narrative. So the Orks did confront this, as well as the Astra Militarum and Imperial Navy. Next up is the Thunderbolt, number 2. That's doing a level flight. And I'm going to, again, I'm actually going to keep it to speed 2, to be honest. I'm going to go 1, 2, and I'm going to do a handling check. And I pass, so I'm going to go down an altitude to 4, and that increases my speed to 3. That's the Thunderbolt number 2 done. So next up is the Ork Air Waaagh.
Next bomber, same thing. Handling check.
3 plus.
Fails.
It fails, so the altitude
Force
doesn't
me.
change.
And it stays the same.
Okay. Next up is Thunderbolt number 3. So it's going to do a level flight, and I'm keeping it to throttle 2. Handling check, and that's a 5. So it does go down an altitude. Altitude 4, increasing speed to 3 for next time.
Cadia, it's dropping.
Yep.
Handling checks.
That's a 5, that's just off
5
camera,
passes.
to let you know.
So we go up. Speed 1. Altitude down.
Oh,
Fly forward.
Next up is Thunderbolt number 4, and that's doing a level flight as well. We're just being cautious here because we know what the Orks are like. They like to get in close. So I'm going to do 1, 2, and a handling check, and it's passed on the 3 plus. Going to go down in altitude, so it goes down to altitude 4, and increases its speed by going down in altitude to 3. And they're done.
Next tag check. Same again. Going down, increasing speed. Handling check.
6 plus. Yep, well done.
So it goes up by 1 and down the altitude. And
Oh, okay.
hopefully stays in formation.
Yeah.
Formation.
Yeah.
Folks.
Valkyrie. First time using them on the channel, eh? So I'm going to do a level flight, and my speed is only 1 because my minimum speed is 0. So I can just literally hover there if I wanted to. So I can't stall with Valkyries, which is good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just literally going to go like that, and I'm going to do a handling check. So for the Valkyrie, I think it's a 4 plus. So 50-50. And no, it doesn't. So it stays at that altitude. And that's Valkyrie number 1, the ace.
Next stacker jet, again going forward, handling and lowering. So speed up by 1, altitude down. Flies to the front.
Yeah. And do rinse and repeat here with Valkyrie number 2. 1 speed, handling check of 4+. Yes, it does. So what I'm going to do is increase the speed by 2 and down in altitude to 4. It's the turbulence of the thin air that's affecting some of the aircraft here.
Next stacker jet.
Yep.
So again, forward.
No.
Fails to go down.
Fails to go down.
So it just goes 4.
Once you've passed altitude 5, then rule no longer applies, just to clarify about that. Then Valkyrie number 3 is going to go at number 1 again. And a handling check of 4+, which passes. So that increases the speed to 2 and altitude of 4.
Next stacker jet. So again, drop down. Passes this time. So speed goes up. Altitude down 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in front.
Okay.
The squadrons are breaking up.
Yeah. And the last one is Valkyrie number 4. Exactly the same. Level flight. And I'm going to do a handling check. It passes. So increases the speed by 2 and it goes to altitude 4. So only one of the Valkyries is at altitude 5, and that's actually the ace that's struggling to get down there.
This is master plan.
Yeah.
Last stacker jet.
Yeah.
Again, same dropping altitude, going forward. Passes that. So he's dropped down, speed increases, and he's going to be there.
Okay. So, initiative belongs to me. So I'm going to do the ace first. So there's going to be some shooting here. So I'm going to shoot at that one. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's medium range. And this is actually Thunderbolt Fury. And I have 7 attack dice. 7 attack dice. Your altitude, please. What's your altitude?
4.
Altitude 4. I'm altitude 4 as well. So I will need 5s to hit. So I've got 2 hits and 4s to damage. 6 is for extra damage as it is the Avenger Bolt Cannon. That's 2 damage and you got 2 structure. So one of those goes. It's destroyed. And I may as well fire one of my Sky Strike missiles as I'm in effective range. So range 7, it's going to shoot at him. And it's aerial attack, extra damage of a 6+, but needing 5s to hit. So that's a hit. Damage on a 3+, 6, I kill another. So it's just 1 damage. And that's, I'm going to put a dice here to represent that I have lost my Sky Strike missiles. And that's my aircraft done. What a start, eh? Blew him right out of the sky.
Right, some return.
I'm just going to turn the token there to represent that he's finished.
So the Indy one's going to take some shots.
Yep.
It's medium range, so he's getting 4 dice.
4 dice.
He's still 5s or 6s.
5s and 6s.
Nothing.
Missed. Nothing.
Gonna fire off his rockets.
Yep.
Because he's injured. So
Yep.
first
First one to
set.
hit. Yep.
1 hit. Damage on a 3+.
Yep.
One
Take the
wound.
damage.
Second set.
Oh,
2 hits.
2 hits.
Damage on a 3+.
Oh.
And he's damaged with 6.
Is it extra damage on a 6?
That's no. That's normal.
Just normal damage.
So just one point.
So he's got 1 whole point left.
Ooh.
So now it is my
Exactly.
turn. So I'm going to go with Thunderbolt number 2. And it's going to shoot at... I mean arc, I can shoot at that one. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's long range. Actually, I've got a twin las cannon. Forgot to fire the twin las cannon, didn't I? So it was going to shoot at that one, so we may have to reverse that back. But I'll probably miss, but never mind. I think it's only 1 dice. No, it's within medium range. No, because you're in range 6, weren't you? And that's range 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's still medium range, there's 2 attacks. And your altitude is 4, so you need 5s. So I missed anyway, so that's fine. Okay, that's sorted. Now we go back to this one here. So we're going to do the twin las cannons. We'll do the twin las cannons first. And that's both missed. Oh, sorry, Chris. And then the auto cannons. Altitude 4, your altitude 4 as well. So 2 hits and 2 4+s. I destroy a Dagger Jet. 1 damage. And I'm going to fire the Sky Strike missiles because they're effective range. And that's a hit. And on a 3+, I destroy you. And that's destroyed. Another one gone. And I'm going to put the dice to represent that he is done. And your turn, Chris.
Alright. Activate this guy over here.
Yeah.
So he's going to be firing medium range with his big shooters.
Yeah.
There's
1 hit. 5+.
Can you finish him off?
Oh, ah, he's got the ace. Right, I've got ejector seats.
Ooh.
So if the aircraft is reduced to 0 structure points and destroyed for any reason, roll a d6. On a 5+, the crew safely escape. The aircraft is only worth 75% of its points cost in victory points rather than the usual 100. No, so you've actually destroyed them. He failed to eject.
And no rockets there.
At least I killed something.
Something's out of range.
Next up is Thunderbolt number 3. It's going to be long range and it's going to shoot at him. So I've got a las cannon. That's a miss. And I've got the Thunderbolt Fury can go. And the autocannons are ineffective at long range. So I'm going to fire the rockets though into the same target, hitting on altitude 4, 1 hit, and on a 3+, I do damage. 6s are extra damage. That's a 3, so it's just 1 damage on your Dagger Jet. And again, that's the missiles wasted. And he's done.
Ooh. So I activate this one, and not gonna fire missiles. Just wait a little bit longer.
Gonna wait for a little bit longer.
Just in case.
Just in case. Okay. Any other shooting? No. Nothing.
No rockets. Daggers are out of range.
So Thunderbolt number 4. I'm going to go over here and target this one. So I am within arc. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm in long range. So 1 las cannon shot. And that is a 6. 2s plus to destroy you. And that's a 3. The Dakar jet is gone. Okay. And I'm going to fire the Sky Strike missiles here. So that's going to be expired. By the way, the weapons underneath all of my aircraft are fully magnetised, but I can't be bothered to take off the missiles because it just takes too long. So your altitude is 5. Oh, actually, do you know what? I'm going to reserve my missiles because of the altitude difference. So he's done.
They can activate. We're going to leave the fire for now.
Okay.
1, 2, 4. Yeah, they are out of range anyway. So if only be able to fire a rocket.
Mm. Okay, and then the Valkyrie. Ace. And he's going to save his rocket pod ammunition. So he's not going to shoot. But he's got a las cannon though. See if he's in long range over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, just out of range. So he's done. And your next aircraft.
So, fighter bomb there activating.
Yep.
Nothing to do.
Nothing to do.
No, it'd only be rockets, but
Same with this one here. And then you choose another aircraft.
again, nothing to do with that one.
Nothing to do with that one. Nothing to do with this one. Valkyrie number 3.
And then your last.
And my last one is going to do nothing as well. Your anti-aircraft batteries.
All out of range.
All out of range, I think. Yeah.
Oh, they do have long, but you're too high altitude for them.
Yeah, ineffective altitude. So that is the end of the first turn. So what we do now is we take away our tokens. That'll be done off camera as we go on to the planning phase, and then we'll roll for initiative. Right, initiative. So on turn 2, here we go. 4 and 1. Oh. I'm going to go first. Okay. And just to clarify as well, all of us started at altitude 5 as part of the scenario. So I forgot to mention that at the beginning, just to clarify that as well. So we're coming up from high and then we're just swooping in low. Right, I'm going to choose an aircraft. So I'm going to choose Valkyrie number 4. And it's a 3. And that is a turn. And I'm going to go at speed 2. So it's going to go 1. There's a turn 1, 2, and then it's going to turn over there. And what I'm going to do is decrease my altitude to 3, but increase the speed of the aircraft when doing so, when descending from below. Your turn.
So first attack check.
Yep.
Try and drop altitude again. Failed miserably.
Failed miserably.
He's
So
going
he's still at altitude 5. Okay.
Yeah. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then turn in.
Okay.
And that's him done.
Yep. Valkyrie number 3 is going to do the same. So it's just going to rinse and repeat. It's going to go to there. Increase the speed, decrease the altitude to 3. He's done.
This one's going to stay the same.
Yep.
Flying straight.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to try and drop. And fast.
Doesn't.
So he just goes free forward.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to do Valkyrie number 2. Is going to do a 3. It's going to do a turn. Just going to do rinse and repeat. 3 speed and decrease in altitude to 3.
Try and pass the handling roll.
Try and pass if you can.
Go for it again.
Yay!
He's
Done it.
done it.
He's done it.
So drops down 1. It's going to increase his speed and it's going to land, not land. Get to there.
Just goes to there. Brilliant. Next up is Valkyrie number 1. So it's going to do a turn. We've got to do a handling check for this one. So on a 4+. Yes, it does. So it's going to go down in altitude. So I'm going to increase the speed actually to 2. But this one's at altitude 4. So that was there, and that's going to go like that. Okay. And is that all your aircraft done?
No,
You got 2
I did
there.
forget to do the attitude with him.
You forgot to do the altitude.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh well. Alright, so we've got this one here then.
Mm-hmm.
They're going for a swoop.
Swoop.
So they're going to turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here, and then turn back in, taking their wood mark with them,
Mm-hmm.
and their activation, and then it's your.
Okay, my go. And do Thunderbolt number 4, which is a stoop. So what I'm going to do is your altitude is 4, so I'm sticking to altitude. I'm going to increase my speed to 4. So I'm going to turn this way. 1, 2, so 1, 2, and then turn 3, 4, and then I'm going to go like that. Stoop. It's your turn, Chris.
Next activation.
Yep.
Swoop again. Stay where he is. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and turn in as well.
Yep. Oh! It's got me token. There you go.
Back.
And then Thunderbolt number 3 is going to do a stoop. So altitude 4, I'm going to increase my speed throttle first of all by 1. So it's got speed 4, and it's going to go over here. 1, 2, turn 4, and then over here. And he's done.
That's all my activations. So
All your activations. Okay. Right, so I am doing a turn. So I'm going to decrease my speed to 2 and keep the same altitude. So I'm going to go over here, 1, 2, and then I'm going to turn like that. Right, so that's my aircraft done. And now it is your turn.
Right, revenge.
Revenge.
So I'm going to do full shots with the big shooter at the thunderbolt in front of this one.
Yep, so it's been activated now. Do apologise for the background noise, there is some DIY work happening. Typical, absolutely typical. But anyway, we don't care, we want the content.
Actually, let's fire my rockets first.
Yeah, firing the rockets
At the thunderbolt.
at the thunderbolt.
Let's get those out of the way.
So 1 hit,
So it's 1 hit,
3+. Yes,
And
take a
1
damage. Yep,
and then the second rocket. No hits.
no hits. Okay.
Right, now we'll go all out with the shooters.
Shooters. Is this close range as well?
Close range, yeah. So 4 hits.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Is it within what's short range? Is it range 1, 2, 3, or is it 4? Is it range 4?
Is 1 to 4.
Oh, yes, 1 to 4.
Yeah.
I said that back. No problem. Oh,
And 2.
2, and I down 1. So
Yeah,
you managed to destroy. So Thunderbolt number 2 is destroyed. Right, so I'm going to do Thunderbolt number 3, and it's going to shoot at medium range into this Dacker jet here. I didn't want to shoot at this one because that would be a close range, which is not my effective range. However, that one is going to get sniped. But you are altitude 4, aren't you? Actually, altitude 5, whereas I'm on altitude 4. So I'd rather have more dice to shoot. So I'm going to do the 2 las cannon shots before I forget, which miss, and now the 6 auto cannon shots. So 1 hit, and on a 4+, you just take a single bit of damage, and that's a single damage on that Dacker jet, and that's the shooting complete for Thunderbolt number 3.
Right, that one isn't going to be able to fire back because he's not in arc, so I will leave them for now.
Okay. So next up, I'm going to
I'm going to go for the
Oh,
yellow.
you're going to go for.
Oh yeah, it's not going to return fire because
Yeah.
I'm out of arc. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll go for the yellow fighter bomber. So the side arc on him,
Yep.
it's going to be medium range.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's going to be long range, which means he can't shoot.
Oh.
In his side, his front is also going to be long,
Yeah.
which he can't do. So just going to activate. Ooh.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to do Thunderbolt number 4, and he's going to shoot at that Dacker jet there at medium range. I'll double check the range though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is perfect. So I'm going to do 6 autocannon shots at altitude 4. You're altitude 4 as well. Putting on 4s. Sorry, 5s. So that's 3 hits and a single 4+ with 3 dice to destroy it. And that's absolutely wrecked. So only 1 Dacker jet remains, and I've got a las cannon actually. So you're altitude 5, so I need a 6+, and that's a 2. That's a miss. And I am going to fire. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, I could fire my missiles at a very long range, same altitude. So that's what I'm going to do.
That's actually altitude 5.
Altitude 5. Oh, is that altitude 5?
Oh, sorry, I think we
Yeah, that's altitude 5. I'm going to target the fighter bomber. So I'm going to use the last of the Sky Strike missiles. So needing 5s to hit. And that's missed. So that's all the Sky Strike missiles fired. The other missiles on the bottom of the Thunderbolts are the Hellstrike missiles. So they are for ground attack only. So that's Thunderbolt number 4 complete.
Right, so I've got a quick activation here because they can't go for anything. It's back to you.
Okay, it's back to me. Okay, so Valkyries. So I'm going to activate Valkyrie number 1, and I don't think I'm in arc of anything, so he's done.
And in my final activation.
So he's done. And then Valkyrie number 2. I am in arc. I am in arc with you. But I'm just going to fire a las cannon shot. So if I'm in range, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I am in long range. So I need a 6+. No, missed. And he's done. Any other activations? Anti-aircraft batteries?
No fluffing the altitude.
No. He's going to be out of range. And anything else for you?
No, so he's done.
He's going to be out of range. That's it. So that's the end of the turn. And we're going to do the activation off camera and rolling for initiative. Right, rolling for initiative. It's not 75%. You haven't got 25% left, have you? So for your aircraft, which is all right. You got one more. That's a 6. That's a reroll. So initiative, a 5 and a 1.
I needed that one.
Do you know what? I'll hand over the initiative to you. Okay.
Right. So let's activate this one first. Gonna desperately try to drop altitude. Passes at last.
Okay. It's going down in altitude. Orcs have taken a battering, haven't they? I mean, the Imperial Navy have taken a bit of damage. But,
that's me done.
okay. Next up is Valkyrie number 1. It's going to do a turn. And I'm going to keep to the same level. Or shall I increase my speed? Yeah, I'm going to increase my speed by 1. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, and then turn. Keep into the same altitude, and that's it. And it's your turn.
Alright. Dakajet is going to activate.
Mm-hmm.
They're also going to try to drop their altitude.
No.
Failed again. So they're going for a swoop. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then turning in.
Like that. Okay. Okay. Next up is the Valkyrie number 4. It's going to do a turn. And I'm going to increase my speed to speed 4, but decrease my altitude by 1. So my altitude is actually, so do the throttle first, which is 3. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and then turn. So then I've done the speed for next time, and then the altitude's gone down by 2.
Handling?
Handling doesn't have to because it's lower than altitude 5. Yeah. So he's done. Just getting prepared for the, the
Right.
drop.
Next we're going to stand at the same altitude. He's
Yeah.
just going to do a normal swoop. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to there, and then they're going to turn back in,
Okay.
knocking this plane out of the sky.
Okay. So then next up is the Thunderbolt. He's doing a 5, which is a stall turn. So I'm going to increase my throttle by 2. So it's speed 6. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I'm going to turn like that, not changing altitude. Is that all your ships, your aircraft activated? So next up I'm going to do the Thunderbolt number 4, which is a stoop, and I'm going to increase the speed. What's your altitude 5? Actually, I'm going to increase my speed to 6. So I'm going to go turn to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'm going to turn. I'm going to go to there. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase my altitude by 5, but decrease by speed to 5. Yeah. So that's that one there. That's the stoop. And then I've got my other 2 aircraft to activate. Valkyrie is going to do a 3. So I'm going to lower my altitude down to, actually, beg pardon, I'll do that in a second. So altitude is 3 at the moment. So what I'm going to do is throttle, increase my throttle by 1, which is to 4. So I'm going to turn which is a 3, which is going to go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to increase the speed. Now the max speed for a Valkyrie is 5, so I'm still okay. I'm going to decrease my speed, sorry, decrease my altitude to level 2. Okay, so that's that one done. And then this one here is going to do a turn. Boy, oh boy. I'm going to increase my throttle to 4. And instead of going, actually I will have to go do a turn. So we're going to go here, turn, and then I'm going to go 1, 2, and then to there, then 3, 4. Increase the speed to 5, lowering the altitude to 2. Okay. So next up is shooting. So the orcs will get to shoot first.
Yes. So what are your altitudes on yours now? 422. 5-4. Okay, so I'm going to activate this one first.
Yep. Because it says the fighter bomb is activated.
Yes.
Who are you targeting?
So I'm going to go for my rear close. 1, 2.
Tail gun.
Oh, yeah.
In the back. Altitude.
Tail gun first, yeah.
Altitude is 5.
Yep, so I need 6 for this.
Yep, 6 is to hit.
Nope.
No.
Then I'll go for my rear gun.
Yep. No. That's Orc's ballistic skill for you.
Then you're higher, so I can go for my up.
Yep.
So 1 hit for the up.
1 hit for the up and a 5+, no damage.
From that. Right, then I've got my side.
Yep.
Same altitude. So 2 hits.
Yeah, altitude 4. 1 damage.
Then I have my front, which is going to go on. Well, it's got to go on the only one that's at altitude 4.
Yes, it didn't change the altitude, did it?
Yeah, so it's going to be 5. So it's going to be my medium range.
Yep.
So 4 shots.
Yep.
So 1 hit.
1 hit. No damage. Okay.
And then rockets at medium as well. So the first one, 1 hit, 1 damage.
1 damage. Well done.
Second one.
This is on the leader, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 hit.
1 hit.
1 damage.
1 damage. Oh.
And then third one.
Oh.
Hits.
Just using
Okay.
using all your rockets. It's so desperate.
Brilliant. And that's then done.
Right.
Oh wait, no. Yeah, no, they can't shoot with the side.
They can't shoot. No,
it's too low. Yeah.
right, I'm going to do actually that's at altitude 4 that hasn't shot yet. So I'm actually going to shoot the Valkyrie assault craft. It's going to shoot into that one. So the yellow one that hasn't been activated. So I'm going to fire the las cannon. And it's the same altitude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hit. 2+ to damage, 6 for extra damage. That's 2 damage.
Then my extra armor.
Extra armor, 6 pluses to save.
No.
That's 2 dice actually, because I did 2 damage. And no, so it's 2 damage on that fighter bomber. And then I'm going to fire the rocket pods. So 6 shots. Never fired rocket pods before. Needing 5s to hit. Only 1 hit, and it is actually a 5+ to damage. Yes, 1 damage. So you are on
No.
3 damage.
So he's gone.
Oh, it's on that one. Is he gone?
Yeah, they only got 3.
Oh, they only got 3. Oh, destroyed. Okay, that's interesting. And oh, they only got 3, haven't they? I'm thinking of the other bombers, heavy bombers. Okay,
Yeah.
so he's done then. Looks like. Yeah.
Yes.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a dice there to represent that he has got 2 rounds of rocket pods left.
Right, so then I'm going to activate my fighter here.
It's the rocket pods that destroyed him. Fighter, yep.
So, you are altitude 2, so you're going to fire the one in front. So it's going to be...
That's altitude 2, that's altitude 4.
Yeah, it's just going to be the...
It's going to need 6s to hit, yeah.
no, sorry, the same one, same altitude as me.
That's altitude 2, that's altitude 5.
Yeah, I can't shoot at the 2, can I? So I'm shooting at the 4.
Yeah, you need 6s to hit, yeah.
Yeah, I'll 6s, yeah.
Do the other way.
So medium range.
Yeah.
So first of all, it's going to be, short range. So it's going to be rockets first, I suppose, and it's 6s to hit. Oh, actually, there's only 1. Let's do the shooters first.
Yeah, do the shooters.
See what happens.
So you've got a 6.
So 1 hit.
Well, he needs a single 5+. And he's got it.
It's great.
Well done. So the wingman has gone.
So that's
anything special is just an Imperial Ace. I didn't actually use the card Imperial Ace to re-roll the dice. But that's not to be.
only rockets left for them, and there's no one altitude or front facing. So that's them done.
Yep.
And it's all your activations.
This is all my activations. So next up is this Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt number 3 is going to shoot at the Dakar jet. So that's altitude 4, you're altitude 5. So 6 is to hit. Nothing. And then a twin las cannon. Nothing. That's it for that one. And this one here is going to shoot at your fighter bomber. It is an Ark. There. I'm not tailing you, so you don't have to worry about that. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's close range. So close range for Thunderbolt is 2 attacks. And that's a miss. Up there. And I believe that's it. Those are too low to shoot. So we'll count them as that's gone. They're activated. That's activated. Now you've got your anti-aircraft batteries.
No, you're still too high altitude.
Still too high.
Only goes altitude 2.
Only altitude 2. Okay. Right. So that's the end of this turn. We're going to do the planning phase off camera and roll for initiative. So turn 4 coming right up. Right. Initiative. Before I roll for initiative, there's a bit of a disclaimer. So I thought it was only from altitude 5 you had to take the test for swooping down. But it actually says just altitude in general. But we're just going to play it so that when you're lower than altitude 5, you can act as normal, just to present that. Right, initiative. 1, 4. So Kris gets the choice.
I will definitely take first.
You're definitely going to go first.
Yes.
So there you go. So which aircraft are you going to activate?
Right, I'm going to drop my altitude with the Dakar jet. No, I'm not. And he did a snap turn. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then turn back.
Okay.
So that's the end done.
Okay. I'm going to activate this Valkyrie at level flight and I am going to not increase my speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. But what I'm going to do is decrease my altitude to 1, but increase my speed to 5. I'm not at altitude 1, so I'm not at altitude 5, so I won't do the test. We're just going to do that for the rest of this for this game. Only at altitude 5 you have to take the test. And he's activated. He's done.
Right, so I am going to keep my speed the same, drop my altitude by 1.
Okay.
So speed will go up by 1 to 5, and my altitude will go down to 3, sorry. And I will be there.
Okay. The good news for me, even though he's tailing me, he won't be able to shoot because I'm altitude 1 and he's altitude 3.
Yes.
Okay. Next up is
We done for movements.
this one. And it's going to do a swoop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the throttle the same. Altitude is 5. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to decrease my speed to 4. Now the swoop is you turn this way. And it's going to go speed 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase my speed and decrease my altitude by 1, making it altitude 1 for Valkyrie number 2. Okay. And this one here is going to do a 2, which is a swoop. So I am going to keep this, I'm going to minus my speed actually to 4 for throttle. And I'm going to turn to here. And then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to increase my speed to 5, decreasing my altitude to 1. We're coming in hot. And then next up are the Thunderbolts. So Thunderbolt number 4, you're at altitude 5. I'm at altitude 5, so I'm going to do a stoop. So a stoop is I'm going to turn to here, and I'm going to actually increase my speed to 6. So it's going to turn. So it's 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's one of the Hellstrike missiles. I'll sort that out in a minute off camera. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to, oh, what am I going to do? I'll go that way. 5. And then 6 to there. That's that one done there. And then Thunderbolt here number 4, which is a snap turn. And I'm going to minus, actually I'm going to keep the throttle the same. Keep the throttle the same. And yeah. So I'm going to do 1, 2. And then I'm going to turn 180 degrees. 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's what he's going to do, just to get himself out of trouble there. And that's the end of the manoeuvres.
Right.
Right, shooting. So you got the initiative, so you get to
Right,
choose
so
which aircraft.
my fighter bomber.
Yep.
Sorry, Dakar jet.
Yep.
You can shoot first.
Yep.
So short range onto this Valkyrie.
Out of arc.
Is that the front?
Out from the front, yeah. It's out of arc. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Ooh, in which case it will be medium range on
That's
that.
altitude 1.
So
That's altitude 1. You're
that's-
altitude 5. Yeah. Oh.
Let's
You're like, oh,
let's not activate the Dakar jet. Forgetting that he's at different altitude. So we'll do the flak first.
Yeah, do the flak cannon. Yeah.
That'll be fine at the Valkyrie in front.
Your
of it.
effective altitude is 2, is it? Did you say it was altitude 2?
Effective altitude 2, yeah.
So it'd be -1 because I'm altitude 1, so you need
Yes.
6s.
So 62.
Yep.
5 hits.
6s! Wow. Needing 5s, I'm presuming?
Yeah.
Oh, 1 damage. Wow. Oh boy. Okay, that's that one done. Good shooting, didn't they? So next is the Thunderbolt here. My altitude is 5. Your altitude is 5. So this one hasn't fired its missiles, but they're ineffective. Yeah. Oh, actually, it has fired its missiles, so forget about that. Looks like it's going to have to be the auto cannons. Only 2 attacks. Same altitude though, in 5s and 6s. Missed. And that's what I'm done.
Right, let's go for my heavy cannons.
Heavy cannons.
So this one's short range into there.
Yep. Effective range.
It's 2 shots, so 1 hit.
What's your effective range or altitude?
2 again.
2 again.
And then this is 4 damage. 6s are extra.
No damage.
No misses.
Okay.
No damage.
Right. We've checked the rules for strafing run. I am in effective range for strafing run. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire this Valkyrie. It's going to shoot down to here. Now the range is 1, 2, 3, 4, which is close range. And it's only going to have 2 shots with the rocket pods. But what I'm going to do is unload all of them. So I'm going to use all my rocket pod firepower to knock that out. So I'm going to do the first volley first, and then the second volley. The las cannon is actually ineffective because it's close range. So the first rocket pod. So I'm at altitude 1, and you're obviously 0. So it says strafing runs are required to hit on a 5+, because I'm just basically dead targeting like that. So here we go. So the first one hitting on 5s, so that's 1 hit. You got the structure of 2, haven't you? So damage is a 5+. No, so I'm gonna loose my second volley. And that's a hit, 5+. Yes, so take a damage on your battery. And then final round. And I got the hit and a 5+ to destroy that flak battery. Yes, it's destroyed. Okay, so that's mission accomplished there. And that's that aircraft activated. Your choice.
Right, next is going to be the heavy cannon.
Yep.
So same power.
Yep.
2 dice for range. Hit on 6s.
6s,
so
yep, so altitude 1. Next up is this Valkyrie here. I'm going to perform a strafing run into that aircraft there. So range is 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is a multi-laser this time. Multi-laser has only 2 attacks at close range. Sitting on 5s. And that's a hit. And no damage. First volley of rocket pods. And that's a hit. And no damage. Second volley. A hit. Damage. And last volley to use up all my rocket pods. 2 hits. And a single 5+. Yes, it's gone. Okay, so I used all my missiles, all the rockets, but they've got no rockets left, but that those 2 strafing runs have been very successful. Next up.
Last heavy cannon.
Yep.
It's going to be medium range with the Valkyrie.
Yep. Got a hit.
6 is to hit.
Yep.
And 1 damage.
1 damage, so 1 whole point left. And this Valkyrie here has got no targets. Long range actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Definitely out of range with the multi-laser. And he's done. Anything else, Chris?
Yeah, we've got the. So this one's going to activate just to.
Yep, just
cancel off,
activate.
'cause there's nothing in front arc.
Yep, and this one's going to activate as well. So
And then your altitude there is 1.
altitude
so
there is 1.
They have.
Altitude of 3.
Oh, actually,
So it's going to be
1, 2,
ineffective.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They
Yeah.
do have an 8 on the. What's altitude?
My altitude is 5, so you're not going to do it because your altitude 3.
So that's going to be long range, which means
long range there.
it's ineffective.
Ineffective. Right, so that's the end of the turn. So we're going on to turn 5, coming right up. And actually, we need to calculate percentage because of disengagement for the Ork Air Waaagh. Right, initiative time. 1, 6. First or second?
I'll go first.
Okay, first. So pick an aircraft.
So we're going at speed 5. We're going to drop altitude 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to come forward to here.
Okay.
So my speed's going up. My altitude is dropping to 1. Yeah, and there's yours.
Okay. Next up is the. I'm going to do this Valkyrie, and he's going to go 3, which is a turn. I'm going to minus my speed to 4. So he's going to go. He's going to go turn over here, 1, 2, and then turn this way, 3, 4. Okay.
So, is it a Dagger Jet?
Dagger Jet.
He's still testing to drop his altitude. He finally passed.
He's finally passed.
He's going from. He's on 5, so. Right, he's doing a turn. Which means he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to increase his speed by 3.
Mm-hmm. What's the speed by 3? Oh dear. Hilarious.
Right, 1 second, that's the way he's gone. It's just there. And then he's turning back to there.
Mm-hmm.
It's him done, and speed is at its highest, and altitude is down to 2.
Okay. Next up is the Thunderbolt.
Wait a sec,
Oh,
that's
is it?
actually wrong.
Actually wrong. Oh.
Should be there. Speed should be 7, altitude should be 3, because I can only drop 2 altitude at a time.
Okay. Okay, you're not risking breaking up your can't because your speed's 7, aren't you? So your structural
No, I'm
integrity.
speed at 8.
Speed 8. Okay.
So I can go down another one, but
Yeah.
the max altitude drop is 2, isn't it?
So your altitude for that one is
3.
3. Okay. Okay, I'm going to do this Thunderbolt here.
It's all your activation.
And I'm going to do Stoop. Stoop is rather interesting. So my throttle is going to be minus to 4. So it's going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. And what I'm going to do now, it's 1 to 4 is actually, sorry, I was going to do my speed 5. Sorry, I only wanted to do it by 5. So what I'm going to do oh going to decrease my altitude to 4 and increase the speed by 6, and that's it. Okay, and it's the rest of my aircraft, isn't it?
Yeah.
So this one is doing a 2, which is a swoop. here. Definitely going to lower my speed to 4. 1, 2. Three, 4. Which is annoying because I won't be able to catch you from out of arc. And then this one here is a 3, which is a turn. So I'm going to decrease my speed to 4. And I'm going to swoop. What's your altitude there? Is the altitude 3? 3, okay. So I'm going to go over here because I know that will kill me. So I'm going to go to there. I'm going to go to here. And then the rest of my move, I'm going to go over to here.
Yep, do you question your speed?
I am not, I decreased the speed at the beginning. I'm just going to stick to it like
Oh, what increased did you?
Yeah, I've done that already.
You've gone
Oh, I've got a Thunderbolt here as well. Thunderbolt number 3. He's going to do a snap turn.
That's there, isn't it?
Which is I'm going to decrease my speed to 4. Turns 180 degrees to there. I'm going to lower my altitude by 1, but increase the speed by 1. So there. He's fired all his missiles. Okay.
Alright.
Shooting. So the Orcs will get to shoot first. The Ork Air Waaagh.
So, fighter bomber first.
Yep.
It's gonna go for Psylocke. Rear.
That would be a side gun. Yeah. So.
Side, yeah.
Yep.
So that's side close. Same level. So
Yeah. 1 hit and no damage.
We're then gonna go for.
By the way, it's for the Ork Air Waaagh, they're going to fight to the death. So they're going to sacrifice their points to destroy my objectives. So they're not voluntary disengagement.
So then we go side here as well.
Yep. And that's missed.
We're going to go. Your altitude 3 is too high.
That's altitude 4, that's altitude 3. Yeah. That's altitude 3. that one.
Yeah, that's too high.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I've just got side to side. I have no front arc and no tail and no top.
Okay.
So that's them done,
Then
unfortunately.
done. So you flip over your token. And for me, I am going to do a strafing run with Valkyrie number 3 into that one. I've used all my rockets, my rocket pods, so it's just the multi-laser. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll be performing a strafing run. And multi-laser is a 4. And leaning 5s. That's 1 hit. And no damage. That's it. That's the Valkyrie done there.
Every cannon's going to activate.
Yep.
And shoot this one at medium range.
Yep.
6 to hit. Misses.
Missed. This one here is out of arc, so he's done.
Bomber is not low enough for anything that's there, so that's going to be done.
Okay. And Thunderbolt is number 4. He's too high altitude.
That's all my activations.
That's all your activations. And this one here, Thunderbolt number 3, is got no targets. So that's the end of turn 5, and we're going to move on to a new turn next. Right, rolling for initiative. We're on turn 6 out of 12. 1, and that's a 2. First or second? First. Okay.
Yes.
So the Ork Air Waaagh will go first on turn 6.
Activate. I
4, which is a
going to
snap turn.
drop my altitude by 2 and my speed by 2. So it's a snap turn for this one. And it's going to
Do that. Okay. Yep.
that's me done for movement.
That's you done there for
Oh no, it's
movement.
not. I've got one more. Sorry.
I've got to do a 3, which is a turn. So I'm going to decrease my speed by 1 to, so it's on speed 3 now, and it's going to go over here. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do that. Am I actually? Are you in range?
So it's my second.
Yeah, you're in range. Doesn't matter. I want to get into.
So I did a normal turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Drop my speed by 1.
Yep.
So what are we there? And that's me done for movements.
Okay. And do a 2, which is a swoop. Go here. And my speed, I'm going to decrease it by 1. Oh, decrease by 1. So let's get that level. So it's down to 3. So it's here. Was it there? Was it just double checking? It's there, isn't it? And was it there?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. If you're happy with that. And so there's a swoop, so I'm going to have to turn over here. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3. And then turn. So over there. Okay. And then I've got all the other aircraft to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's done. So over here, I'm doing a 2. is a swoop. Decreasing my speed to 3. 1, 2, turn, and then 3. Going to do that. And then next up is the Thunderbolt. It's going to do a stoop, but I'm going to decrease my throttle to 4, because you can do that. Actually, I'm going to decrease it by 1, because I need to get down quickly. So I'm going to go over here, 1. So stoop is dudum, dudum. That's 2, 3. And then it's going to go 4. And then it's going to go here. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to risk breaking up, but I need to go down to altitude, speed 7, and go down an altitude by from 4 to 2. I need to do a handling check, otherwise I could break up. So 3+. It's okay. Oh, so structure holds. And then I've got this one here, which is a stoop again. The speed on this one is 5. So I need to keep it to 5. Gonna go here. 1, 2. And then I'm gonna turn. 3, 4. And then I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna do a handling check. Yes, it holds. I'm going to go down. I'm going to increase my speed to 7. But I'm at altitude 1. Which means I outflank you. But it's not the most effective at range. So, bit of a long manoeuvre, long movement phase, but it's all very technical here. So on to shooting. So the Orks, the Ork Air Waaagh, that's the initiative.
It's got to be the bomber.
Got to be the bomber. Okay.
So, right. Start with the Valkyrie in front.
Yeah.
Medium range. With the shooters.
Yep. Nothing.
No hits.
Okay.
The side on the Thunderbolt.
Yep.
No hits.
No hits.
Side on the other, on the Valkyrie. 2 hits.
2 hits. On which is it? That one there.
And 1 dead. What's that? Yeah, the
On that
Valkyrie,
one. Oh
yeah.
no! He knocked
he's
it out.
gone.
He's gone.
All that manoeuvring.
Oh dear me.
That was close. Right.
It's crazy.
So that's no rockets left.
No. Okay.
Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong card. He's still got his 3 rockets.
Look at the wrong card.
Yeah, he's still got
You
his
can do
3
if you want
rockets.
to. Yeah, you can still shoot. Yeah.
So that's, yeah, medium range rockets in front.
Yeah.
So on the first Valkyrie.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead. 3+.
And that's a wound. Second rocket. No hits.
Hits. Third one.
Third rocket. Come on.
Ah, yes. Survived.
That's all the rockets got.
All the rockets are gone. Fire, boys! Right. Next up is Thunderbolt. Number. Oh, you got any other shooting? Any other shooting?
I think I've done it wrong actually. Ignore that.
Ignore that.
It was the rockets.
Okay.
On the other one. Yeah, that's one.
Okay, no damage.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to do Thunderbolt number 4. In arc is going to shoot at your bomber. Medium range, just double check the range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in medium range. I'm altitude 2, you're altitude 1, so I'll be needing 6s. So I'm going to do the 2 las cannons first. So it's missed because I need 6s. And then these dice here need 6s. So I've got 2 hits and 4s to do damage. That's 2 6s. And that's gone. Good shooting there. That's Thunderbolt number 4. And that's him done. So next up is your Dakka Jet.
The heavy cannon.
Oh, you've done already. Okay.
So medium range on the Valkyrie.
Yep.
6 is the hit. So one hit.
Yeah, 1 hit.
Hopefully, see what happens. No,
Nothing.
so nothing on the damage.
Okay. We check the rules for strafing run. I am in arc. It doesn't have to be a dead straight line within 1 hex. As long as it's in the firing arc, you can still shoot. So I've got a multi-laser, which is actually effective range of 4, meaning 5 to hit. And that's 1 hit and 5 to do damage. It is got 1 hull point left. Okay, that's that one done. And your Dakka Jet.
Dakka Jet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Valkyrie in arc.
The Valkyrie's in arc, yes.
Medium range.
Yep.
So that's 4 dice.
All 2 hits, 3 hits. 5 to do damage. Oh, could have knocked it out. That Dakka Jet's in a pain.
Last rocket.
Last rocket. Last rocket. Oh, he's got the 5.
Takes him out.
Takes him out. Oh no. Oh.
There's only 1 Valkyrie left to
One
land.
Valkyrie left. Okay.
That's all my activations.
Yep. This one is going to shoot. It's going to shoot at that Dakka Jet. Altitude 1, you're altitude 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Multi-laser has an effect of 2 at close range. Missed. And the Thunderbolt has got no arc. So he's done, and he's done.
So his tokens back.
So I've only got 1 Valkyrie left.
Yeah.
The Orcs have turned it a little bit. What's happened here? Okay, so here we go. We're going to go on to turn 7 of this Titanic clash. Right, initiative time. This is important. 6. First 6 again. 2, 5. So first or second?
I've got to shoot first.
You got to shoot first.
Got to shoot first. Yeah.
Okay.
So out we go.
Let's
Stall turn.
Can do a stall turn.
Alright. Straight to there.
Okay.
And a 360.
To there.
And it's all your movements.
Okay. 5. Stall turn. And I'm definitely decreasing my speed by 1, otherwise I'll start breaking up.
Increasing? Decreasing.
Decreasing yet. By
Throttle turn.
to 2. Yeah. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to turn that way. Like that. And I'm going to increase my speed by 1. And drop an altitude to 1. Okay. So Valkyrie number 4 is going to do a turn. Sorry, it was there, wasn't it? And it was like that. I'm doing my turn now. So it's going to go to. Do you know what? I'm going to decrease my speed by 2. So I'm going to go to here, but increase my altitude by 1. Just to defend myself. So I'm going to have to go like that. Yeah, like that, yeah. No, yeah, that's it, that's all done. Like that. Okay. Scary.
This is your
last one, okay. Oh, dear me. And that's going to be a 5. That's going to be a snap turn. So can you move me -1 the throttle for there? Actually, tell you what, I'll do -2 to the throttle. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he's going to turn like that. He's going to do that there. And missile I'll put back on the end phase. So that's it. What we're going to do now is we're going to do shooting next. Okay, it's the Dakar jet. I've increased the altitude. I had to defend myself. If I had turned the other way, he'll be tailing me, and that'd be even worse. Yeah. So let's just hope he doesn't get any 6s. It's got no damage, so there is a chance. But he needs 6s, and he's got no rockets left.
It's going to be some high rockets to get this.
Okay, 1-6. It's not going to kill it this time. But he needs a 5+ to do damage.
Yeah.
He's got the 6. It's typical. Ah! Right.
But I feel I'm going to be blown out of the sky.
Yes. I'm going to do Thunderbolt number 3, just to make sure you die. So Thunderbolt number 3 has got auto cannons, and it's on altitude level 1. Your altitude level 1 as well. So needing 5s. So 3 hits. And a single 4+. No! I don't believe it. This Dakar jet's still alive. Now the twin las cannon, 2 tacks.
Is that close?
And that's a hit. Yeah, it's medium range.
Oh, you're doing the back
Yeah, I'm
one.
doing the back one, yeah. And on a 2+, 3, it's gone. Okay, the Dakar jet has been destroyed. Okay, so that has been activated. Next up is the Thunderbolt, number 4.
Cannon.
Yep, the cannon. Yeah,
Medium range at the Valkyrie.
medium range the Valkyrie. It's going to target the Valkyrie.
Your optimum level now.
Yeah,
You've gone up. Oh,
1 hit.
if this is your 6, it's double damage.
Yeah. Oh no. 1, it's a dud. Oh no. Okay, that's it now. I'm going to fire Thunderbolt number 4. And he's going to do a strafing run against your, what's it called? Big cannon, is it?
Heavy flak.
Heavy flat cannon. Okay, so range is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's medium range. Las cannon hitting on 5. Strafing run. That's a miss. The quad auto cannon. 1 hit. 1 damage.
Oh, that's...
And it's gone. It's destroyed, isn't it? I didn't even fire my missiles. Right, okay. So what we're going to do is we've still got another 5 turns. And Kris has got no capability to destroy me or do any damage whatsoever. So I've got to do 5 turns of manoeuvring to see if I can drop the troops. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take these tokens away and then we're going to go straight on to turn 8 for the Imperial Navy. Okay, it's turn 8 for the Imperial Navy. There's no Ork threat. The threats have been neutralised. It's just all of a case of manoeuvring to see if we can drop the troops. So we've got 4 turns to do it. Okay. So the Valkyrie is going to do a snap turn 2. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to decrease my altitude. So decrease my throttle to 1. And I'm going to change that altitude in a second. So it's going to go to there.
Snapped in.
Oh, snap.
Change direction before you snapped in.
Oh, it's a swoop, isn't it? I beg your pardon, it's a swoop. I chose the wrong maneuver. That's my bad. So I'm going to do a swoop. So, so it's there.
No, you were facing that way.
I was facing that way, wasn't I? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that way.
1, 2.
Yeah, 1, 2.
And then you 2 facing.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower my altitude by 1, but increasing my speed to 2. Okay. And then the Thunderbolts is just going to do a level flight. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's just going to turn around like that. He's done. And then this Thunderbolt here is going to do a level flight as well. May as well increase the speed to 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just going to go over to there. Just patrolling the skies now. And that's the end of turn 8. And we're going to do manoeuvres again. Turn 9. And Thunderbolt is going to go level flight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then turn. So he's done. And then Thunderbolt number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like that. And then the Valkyrie's going to do a snap turn, which I turn here, and I'm going to obviously reduce my speed by 1 first. I'm going to turn 1, 2. Oh, it's just 1, isn't it? That's it. It's just 2. That's it. I just have to turn like that. And that was it. So I did, just checking here. So I did the throttle, which I did 1.
Go that way. Seems to be there or there for facing.
I'm going to do that way, like that. Okay, and that's the end of turn 9. So we're going to go on to turn 10, coming right up next. Okay, thunderbolts. We're just going to move both of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just patrolling the skies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then turn. Right, okay. So, you can do a level flight to there. And my minimum speed is going to be 0. So it's going to go to there. And that's it. That's all it's going to do. And that's the end of turn 10. So we're going to go on to turn 11. This is all about careful piloting. So I'm going to do the thunderbolts quickly. So it's going to do a level flight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and turn. That's that one done there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and then level turn. So then the Valkyrie now is going to land. So the rules are any aircraft can land during the game of Aeronautica Imperialis, although very risky, and do so whilst under enemy fire, transport, etc, etc. So to land an aircraft, must choose Ace Maneuvers 1, which I have. So that's Ace Maneuver 1, which is a level flight. And choose the manoeuvre phase. Must be at altitude 1, which I am. And must be travelling at its minimum speed, which is 0. And if the criteria are met when chosen the manoeuvre step, movement phase, the aircraft is able to land at the end of the movement. Reduce both the altitude and speed to 0. Landed aircraft cannot fire any weapons during the firing phase. Whilst landed, aircraft are vulnerable to air-to-ground fire if they're on the ground defences. So tackling. Yep. Okay. So I've managed to do that, I suppose. Just landed the troops. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to check the rules now for landing troops. Right, it is the end and it's on turn 11. We've dropped the troops, so we've gained 15 victory points. And there's no enemies to worry about. This is the longest game of Aeronautica Imperialis I've ever done, because we've actually gone beyond the average turns in the game. So we've got a final score for the Orks. They've got 156 points. To the Imperial Navy's 215, because 215, I've wiped out the entire Ork Air Waaagh in this particular sector, and the extra 15 points for successfully dropping the troops, because the Valkyrie has a transport capacity of 3, and every point of transport that's successfully dropped counts as 5 points. So I've got 3 points, so that's 15 points in total of troops. So it is an Imperial Navy victory, but it is at a little of a cost, and we just about scraped it here. So the Imperial Navy have achieved their objective. The stormtroopers have dropped in and secured this sector for the glory of the Emperor. And what a game that has been. I really enjoyed that. There's probably one or two mistakes that we have done. I do apologise about that, but that's because I haven't played this game for a long time. But it is great to have it back out again and to get some new aircraft on the channel. I'm looking forward to painting more aircraft for the future. So thank you, Kris, for this very enjoyable game. Really did enjoy that. So you got to pick your aircraft of the game. What is your aircraft of the game?
Ooh. The bombers did do a lot, but it came down to that last Dakar jet missing the rocket, and then the cannon missing the.
It was like at the beginning we were like shooting each other down, aircraft were blowing each other up and that kind of thing. The Imperial Navy did a really good start. The problem was again, I came in too fast with the Valkyries, so I had to take my time, lower my altitude, just basically spun around the Ork facility. But eventually, one of the Valkyries managed to successfully land their cargo. So that is really good news there for the glory of the Emperor and for the Astra Militarum. So the Thunderbolts did well. They did a lot of firepower and damage. It was a struggle for them to get back down to low altitude. So when I finally put the aircraft into position, I managed to bring down the last Dakar jet. So really good game. Really enjoyed this scenario, and we look forward to bringing another game on the channel in the near future. Leave your comments below. I'd love to hear your feedback and rules, clarification, that kind of thing. Really do appreciate that. So it helps me to improve my skills of playing this game. And again, really looking forward to the what's it called? Legions Imperialis. That's the one. Really looking forward to that. And looking forward to painting more aircraft as well for both 30k and 40k. So there you go. So thank you very much for watching. Remember, if you've enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, subscribe and share with as many of your fellow wargame enthusiasts as possible. It helps support the channel. And also you can check me out on Patreon and YouTube membership, and a little donation, no matter how big or small, helps keep the content flowing. And it's a small channel, but it's gradually growing, and without their support this content would not be possible. And the other thing as well, you can check out the Outpost. Any clicks below when it comes to purchasing your items from the Outpost's web store, and purchasing the items really does help support the channel as well. So there you go. That's another Aeronautica Imperialis battle report. We look forward to creating more of these battle reports. And it's a little bit of a niche game, but that's the whole point of this channel, is a niche games that we play and we really enjoy. So thank you very much for watching. And as always, happy wargaming.